Welcome to the Jess Frank Golf Academy here at the beautiful Deer Creek Golf Club, and today 86% of golfers are doing this wrong. And what is it? It's how they're attaching their left shoulder, so their lead shoulder. For me, it'd be my left arm. So lead shoulder, lead elbow, lead wrist, lead hand, and how they are doing it wrong. Okay, so when they're setting up to the ball, one of the things I like to do in the grip is that I'll have golfers hold their hands straight out vertical just like this, right? So when they do that, they put their arm in a really good position. Okay, the shoulder's in a good spot, the elbow's in a good spot, the wrist is in a good spot. So what I see most golfers doing is they're going down and they're looking at the club and they're trying to get their grip on, usually putting in the palm. And so now this is what their setup looks like. So their shoulders internally rotated, their elbows pointing out, their wrist is bent, and their grip's in the palm. Okay, I see this all the time, and it's from beginner golfers to intermediate golfers to golfers who just need some help with their game, right, and are looking to improve. So what I always like to do, real simple fix, left arm, shoulder, hand, that's like a normal position of your left arm. What I'll do is I'll put the club in my right hand, I'll put the club in my fingers. Now again, I have everything aligned correctly here. The face is aligned, my grip is in my fingers, my wrist is correct, my elbow is correct, my shoulder is correct. Now I can take my right hand, put it down the club, put it in the fingers. Now that address you can see is that my arms are in a really good position. Okay, this is position one at setup. And if you can get position one at setup with the club in a good spot, so my hands are slightly in front of the head, the face is pretty close to the shaft there, that's good. Then I bring this down, you can see that's a really good position right there. So I'm in a good spot of hitting a golf ball now. And most golfers, I would say 86% of them, get it wrong every time. So taking your time with that is going to be extremely helpful for you to hit the ball really well. Because what that does is that creates the radius, okay? And the radius is something that is extremely important in the golf swing because you're swinging on a tilted circle around your body. So your radius is moving around your body. Think of it as a compass with the needle and the paper, and then you're turning the pencil, and the pencil is making a perfect circle motion. You could do the circle all the way around, and you could trace that circle over and over and over again because the compass, the needle, isn't moving everywhere, okay? And now we have to become as close to that as possible. And I understand we're human. I understand, you know, we have thoughts running through our heads and we can't see ourselves. But if you can imagine that, so again, if I hold that up in front of me, put the grip, so now my hand, so you can see my hand, my wrist, my grip, the club face, all the way up my arm. This whole position here is going to be really good. Now I put that club down, I'm in a phenomenal spot. My weight's a little bit on my left leg. I'm in a good spot with both arms now. My right arm's in a good spot, my left arm's in a good spot, and now I'm able to move this golf club in a circle around my body, being able to maintain the radius. And that is a key fundamental. You'll never see golfers who are really good bending the radius, okay? Because it changes the low point of the swing, it changes the contact, it changes just how you hit the golf ball. And so, you know, and a lot of times golfers don't know this. And that's why I use a video a lot, because every lesson, almost every swing of a lesson, is that because we'll look at that, that is a fundamental. That is the radius from the shoulder to the arm, the elbow, to the wrist, to the hand, to the club head. And then for my right arm, right down there, so I want that right arm in a good spot. And now from here, I'm able to move the club around my body, okay, and keeping the radius. So you can see that right there. So I'm able to keep the radius, and it works on the backswing and the follow through. And so when I do that, that is extremely important to hitting a good solid golf shot, because it's very difficult. You'll never see a tour player or high-level player bending their and flexing their arms and coming through this way. And that's what most golfers do. that's why they struggle with the game, and that's why they're inconsistent. And that's why the contact doesn't work. So again, hold the club up, radius down the arm. Here's the club in a good spot right here. So I'm able now to bring the shoulders around, arms straight, radius is good. I'm hitting the back of the ball through the shot. So I'll hit one here. Oh my goodness. That's about as solid as I could hit it. So that ball, let's see where it ends up. Yeah, about a 165 right there with a 7-iron. I'll take that all day long. And it's straight and it's high, had a touch of a draw on it. So, you know, that's why this is so important. And again, you know, what I found in my teaching, and this can really help you, is not hitting a lot of golf balls. Doing slow motion drills, you know, because golf is kind of a funky game, right? Because you're holding a, you know, rounded club in your fingers, and you have a stick, and the club head is crooked. And so these are things that really kind of make golf difficult. Now you're hitting a little ball, right? So you have a ball that's about, you know, almost the size of the club head. So, you know, the game is very precise. So it's not, you know, when golfers come out and they want to improve their games, and I tell this to all my students, whether online or in person, is I tell them, I say, do slow motion drills. You know, take your time. There's no rush. You know, do little pieces of the swing that can make you successful and hit the ball in the center of the face. And so, and starting with this fundamental of the radius and the grip and the arms and position 1 of the setup will give you that ability to hit the ball solid every single time. And that's what you have to do. Just take your time. Okay guys, I'm going to take you down the line, show you from there how we keep the radius. Hello golfers, so I've got an unbelievable opportunity for you. You can now work with me from anywhere in the world. I have my new Swing Mastery online golf lesson program. Really simple to do. You send me your swings, I send you customized lessons back, I send you customized drills depending on what you need to work on with your game. It's an awesome way to work with me personally, one-on-one, if you can't make it here to Deer Creek Golf Club. And I hope you join. Hit the link in the description below, and I look forward to helping you. Okay golfers, thanks for watching my down the line video now of how 86% of golfers get this wrong, and why this is so crucial to hitting great golf shots, and why it occurs right at setup. And I've found in my teaching of nearly 25 years is that if you can get this right, you're way ahead of the game, because I see so many golfers who get it wrong. Obviously 86% is a big number. So what I'm talking about is the radius, okay? So if I hold my arm straight out in front of me, and from the down the line you can see this, is that my shoulder, my elbow, my wrist, and my palm are all in one line, like this here. So many times golfers come to me and they're set up like this. So that does not look natural, right? I mean, the arm's bent, wrist is bent, grips in the palm, shoulders internally rotated, you know, so there's a lot of stress there already. So you're already setting yourself up to fail for the first setup position, position number 1. So what I say, hold that club out in front of you. See my hand's nice and vertical here. I'm going to put the club straight across my fingers here, right about here. And also I'm looking at the face as well, so I don't want that face turned in or turned out. So I'm going to put that right in my hand like that. So you can see, I'm going to go like that there. So I have my shoulder, arm, so that's a natural radius right there. So you can see I can go up and down, just like this. Up and down. So now I can take my right hand, slide it down the club. Okay, so now when I get into this setup here, my elbows are close together. Okay, you can see slightly my right arm is slightly below my left. Okay, you can see my handle's forward, face is close to the shaft. Okay, and now from here I'm able to move this club around my body. Okay, and I can keep the radius. So not only do I have the radius out in front of me here, but as I move that club around me, I have just moved my shoulders in a circle, hips in a circle, changed knee flex, and now look, I'm still in the same position that I started in. So if I do it that way, so as I go back, right around my body here. Then I come back down, and I'm moving again this whole piece right here of my left arm, and my wrist, my shoulder, my elbow, my left arm, my forearm, my wrist. Then I move it around my body. So it's now the same on this side. Now if I turn this way, same thing, right? So I've moved that circle, moved that arm around my body, but keeping it the same way. Boom, like that, all the way around. That would help most golfers, if not all golfers, do that. Okay, so here we go. So we're gonna do that again. And you can see how I'm taking my time with that. I mean, you can stand up right now if you're watching this. Go ahead and get out of your chair. Hold your arm out in front of you and just turn your shoulders in a circle and let your arm go around your body. So you can see here is that I've moved my arm. It's not straight over here, it's across. Okay, so it's right there. Turn this way. Now you can see where you're at. Now go ahead and go back and turn this left arm right around you. And you can see where it goes all the way around now. So this arm at address, if I just hold this up here and I move this around here, and I move this around over here, and you just kept doing that around. Okay, so you can see that, so that a little angle right there. Move it around on this side. So just doing that alone would be a great exercise. Okay, so that position of the shoulder, elbow, I say the shoulder, bicep, tricep, elbow, forearm, wrist, and just moving this around you, be like a compass, right, around you, like a pencil, tracing an arc. And so now I do the same thing with my left arm as I move it around, trace the arc back, come down, trace the arc through. Now if I go ahead and put my hands on the club, okay, I got that good position right here, here we go. So I'm here, got my radius, got my grip, got the club face, all good. And just move this right around you, come back down, hitting the ground, back around. So I'm going to go ahead and hit one there just like that. And I hit it really solid, really straight, and a decent amount of distance right there. So again, this is something that can really help your game. And so I would say understanding that, understanding the position of how the left arm or lead arm, if you're obviously if you're a left-handed golfer, it'd be your right arm, but for the right-handed golfer, it's the left arm, and just understanding that, getting that set. So even like that, right? So even if I hold it here and I extend it forward, and then I just make little swings like this, and I go, let's say hit a little chip shot. And this works for every golf club, by the way, not just a 7-iron. Right down here, just chip it. And I can hit it really straight right there. And you can see I'm kind of just, that's a small shot. So I'll try that again, but I like that. So I hold it out in front of me, go ahead straight here, get my grip. So I got a good setup at position 1. And I just chip balls out there. And it's just really simple to do. So I highly recommend it. I know it's going to help your game, and I'll see you soon. All right, golfers, so 86% of golfers got this wrong. So you're going to watch this video. You're going to see how the radius really affects your game. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe, please like, please share, and thanks again. We'll see you soon.